Good morning, it's Gary Lehman in San Diego, and instead of taking care of the things that I should be doing, I'm going to talk to you about the Newton Fourkey diatonic harmonica. I've posted about this before. It's a 5-hole per octave instrument, and so I have it built into a 14-hole 365. That seems to be a real satisfactory way to go. A rather famous fellow named Pat Misson is turning these out if you have some money. If you don't have any money, get some, because it's definitely worthwhile to have it in a 14-hole instrument. 5 holes per octave means that if you want to have a 2-octave instrument, you need 10 holes. I have several of those, and 2 octaves is not very much. 2-octave range, you really want a little more than that. So a 12-hole is okay. Zeidel will make you one. Heck, I'll make you one. But Pat Misson is turning out these 14-hole 365s. So I have mine tuned to C. Now the interesting thing about the Newton 4-key diatonic harmonica is that you can play in 4 keys without using the button, as it were, without bending notes. So the 4 keys are the 4 key signatures between the 2 keys of the pentatonics that form the basis of the tuning. The blow pentatonic is F, and the draw pentatonic is E. Not exactly chords, more like pentatonic, 5 notes. The black keys on the piano are in F sharp, right? The arrangement of tones in the pentatonic is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Many people know it as a minor pentatonic, say A minor pentatonic. My understanding is that there's really not a minor pentatonic, it's just an inversion of the major pentatonic. But if you were to count an A minor pentatonic, it would be the C notes, C, D, E, G, A, starting from A. A, C, D, E, G. And this is also the blues scale when you throw a flat 5 in. I sing it for you now. Da 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 da. Famous rock noodling guitar solos, as well as international melodies, are formed by the pentatonic. It's very powerful, and it's 5 of the 7 notes of the diatonic scale, the major scale, do re mi. It's missing fa and la, which are 4 and 7. Fa and la is solfeggio, do re mi fa sol la ti do. Anyway, I digress, and here is the Newton Fourkey. So the 2 notes that require a bend are the hole that has the A blow D draw, and the hole that has the D blow E draw. So the 2 notes which have to be faked, as it were, which you have to manufacture by bending, like diatonic harmonica players have to do everywhere, but only 2 notes in the 12-tone scale, are E flat and D flat. So the 4 keys, Newton Fourkey, invented by a man named Newton, the 4 keys are between the key signatures of E and F. F has 1 flat, E has 4 sharps. So the 4 keys are C, G, D, and A. If you don't know why that is, check out something called the circle of fifths. And the circle of fifths will show you the key signatures in order. C is at the top, and then the sharps are on the right side, and the flats are on the left side. You start with 1 flat or 1 sharp each, and they add them as they go around. So there's 1 flat in F, there's 1 sharp in G, and as you start to get flatter and sharper, you retain the sharp or flat that you started with, and you add a new one in a certain order. So check it out, it's worth knowing, unless all this theory stuff is just a bunch of gobbledygook to you, in which case I don't know why you're watching me. But thank you anyway. And now, we proceed to the tuning of the harmonica. I've got mine starting on G. G3, which is where I like my instruments to start. It's a nice note. It's the open 3rd string on the guitar. I'm really a guitar player. So as I said, here's the real reason I want to do this thing. All the natural notes, well, 5 of the natural notes are blow notes. The only 2 that of the white keys that are not, that are draw notes, are the E and the B. So when you start from G, 2 blows in a row. It's very counterintuitive for those of you who have played diatonic harmonica for long, because you're used to huffing puffing. as I like to call it, where you blow and draw, and then move, blow and draw, and then move, blow and draw. Here you do a number of steps with the same breath direction. That's G. So there's one draw note, and then two draw notes. I'm not real skilled on this, so forgive me if I make mistakes. But I do have I came to an understanding of the tuning earlier, and I figured I would spend my time talking to you about it. Let's see if you care. So that's G. And as I say, it has only one sharp. So there's three draw notes. Two of them are naturals, and the one is the F sharp. So that's G. What about C? Two draw notes, and those are the two notes that are the natural draw notes, B and E. Note that the position of the notes that are sharp or flat is retained when you change key signatures. So you still have those two goalposts of the two draw notes, but now you've added a third note. I'm talking about G now. You've added a third note that goes in place. You sharp the seventh and you flat the fourth when you're going forward in the circle. So now I'll do G again. And see, practice does make better, if not perfect, at least better. Now D. D is a blow. E is a draw, so now we're going to blow draw. And F is sharp, so you retain the draw. So now there's two draw notes in a row at either end of the scale. So blow, draw, draw, blow, blow, draw, draw, blow, unless I miss my guess. That is correct. So that's D. D has two sharps. Those two sharps are F sharp and C sharp. So in addition to the D and B that you have draw notes that are naturals, you have the two sharps. A third sharp is added when you go to the key of A. A has three sharps. The new third sharp is the seventh of the scale, and so it's the G sharp. So there's the leading tone, as it were. So now I have three draw notes at the end of the scale. So there's only two blow notes, A and D. All the others are draw notes. If I practiced, I'd be good. Okay, now we come to E. Now E has a bent note because we've run out of the four keys. We did C, G, D, and A. So now we come to the key of E. E is the draw pentatonic. So there's your E. All three draw notes in a row. Next highest hold blow. And you draw bend to get the major seventh, the leading tone. If you're like me, you take advantage of the diatonic tuning to empty your lungs or fill them up at regular intervals, so you don't have to run out of breath. You don't have that opportunity in this instrument because there's so much of it when you're in certain keys where you have to play all draws or all blows. There is an instrument that is a slide version of this called the legato that you'd build on a chromatic, and that's kind of cool because then instead of a 14-hole instrument you can have a 16-hole instrument. There are a few of us out there that have this instrument. I'm building another one right now. If you want one, be sure and contact me and I'll build you one. It might cost some money, however. Okay, so what about all those other keys? You've got 5 keys so far. There's 12 keys. Well, the bad news is that unless you're really good at draw bending and your brain works better than mine, you're not going to be able to play in more than a handful of keys. But it's not impossible. It's just a matter of presence of mind, which, by the way, is what I'm asking for Christmas. Presence of mind. That's all I ever get anyway. So now what about F? Because we did talk about F being the blow pentatonic. The B flat must be draw bent. The E is a natural drop. I've learned if. In A. Sounds funny though. Ah, that's because it's that note. That. And I need the practice. And etc. That's in A. I find A to be a cool key to play in on the Fourkey. There are, so we've talked about 6 of the scales you can play. The easy 6, I'd say: F, C, G, D, A, E. If you had another Fourkey in a key that was half a step higher, or lower, you would get the other 6. I think. Seems logical to me. So there you go. Having fun? I know I am. It's a very cool instrument. It's a very cool tuning. You could play the blues on it if you just had to. Now some people will valve this instrument. They'll put little plastic strips called windsavers or valves over the slots of the opposing reed to enable them to bend when you draw. That note? Oh, I lied. You can bend it. But you can't bend it much because the adjacent note, the blow on that hole, is half step away, so you can't bend any more than a little. So some people put valves on to enable you to bend more than that. You can do that. I don't do that. I have it on the chromatic version because chromatics have valves. Chromatics get very leaky if you don't put valves on them. I could talk forever, but that's probably all you want to hear for right now. Gary Lehman in San Diego talking about a very interesting tuning, the Newton Fourkey. A little bit at a time, I think I've shown today. You can learn this tuning, and just don't put it down forever. Try it for a little while, scratch your head, go away, think about it, come back to it, try it again, scratch your head. There is one man whose name is worth mentioning, and that name is David Fairweather. He's a rather astute young man who's studying this key tuning rather intently. And so if anybody's going to bust out with this tuning, it's going to be him. He goes by the handle Jazzman. And he's playing bebop on this, and especially on the legato, which is the slide version of the Fourkey. So it definitely, I just like to be emphatic about this, because I feel this is very true. This tuning is very worth your while. if you are interested in playing modern music on the harmonica. You can play any music on the harmonica in any tuning if you just have the presence of mind and the time. But certain tunings lend themselves to certain kinds of music more than others. And the legato, the slide version, lends itself to jazz because of the phrasing. You can go between notes without changing breath direction, and so you can be very fast. You know, if I were in the key of E, that'd be cool, because, I mean, there you go, I'm riffing. So get to know your instrument. To quote Harry Nilsson, get to know your instrument, be able to take it apart, put it back together, because someday it might save your life. That's it. Gary Lehman, San Diego. Bye.